Hello, everybody, and welcome back to World of Warships Legends. My name is Spartan Elite 43, and tonight, it's that time again, folks. It's time for the patch notes. And as always, I go through and read all of the patch notes and the Ministry of Balance in their entirety so that you don't have to. So sit back, relax, enjoy the ride, get yourself a cup of tea or milk or water or your favorite beverage of choice or snack, or if you're listening to me in your car on your way to work. But just relax. Let me do all the work. So, starting out, the maintenance times are going to be Monday, August 4th, from 2 to 5:30 a.m. Central Time, 7 to 10:30 a.m. UTC for all platforms. Update size for the Xbox One S and X is 7 gigabytes. For the Xbox Series S and X, it'll be 7 gigabytes. For the PlayStation 4, it'll be 6,900 nice megabytes. For the PlayStation 5 and the PlayStation 5 Pro, 1,943 megabytes. For the iOS and Android, well, actually, nope, it changed. For the iOS, it's 1160 megabytes plus a 2100 megabyte update. And then the Android is 188 megabytes plus a 2190 megabyte update. Anniversary update, Operation Piñata. We have the Party Around the World, the 6 years on the waves. Blue Archive is returning for their second iteration, and the Birthday Mayhem. Ahoy, Captains, it's our 6th birthday, and you're invited to the party. Celebrate with us. Claim your special gift and join the festive activities we've prepared for you. But before we dive into the details, redeem the code 4C85MPC8EK at wowslegends.com/code-redeemer to receive 1 summer crate or summer big crate, 10 anniversary camos, 10 common credit boosters. Now, back to what's waiting for you in this update. First ever campaign with a free Admiralty backing, offering a choice between Destroyer Minagumo and Battleship, I'm just going to call it the Nord. I don't know if it's Niord, or if it's just Nord and the I is silent. But y'all out there that speak the language, let me know. Anniversary celebrations, gifts, new ships, calendar, and birthday bureau. Piñata Party web event. War Tales return with 3 new scenarios. Blue Archive is back in Legends. Obon Festival event. New ranked battle seasons. A new map. A range of commander skill tweaks and a few ship balance changes, and more. Grab your gift. Although it's our birthday, we're the ones giving gifts to all captains out there. Visit the store from August 4th to September 8th to claim your free anniversary gift. Inside, you'll find new Piñata camos in different colors. I really hope that there's like a premium camo or something that just makes your ship a Piñata just for the fun of it. Because there are a couple ships that I would love to put that on, like the Mino, for instance. It literally could not be a more perfect ship for the Piñata camo than a Mino. Think about it. Anyway, 2 Piñata chests that can drop content from the best waves or best events of past years, and much more. You'll also receive 3 coupons, each providing 30% off select premium ships of a specific tier, along with an additional coupon granting a 30% discount on Heezen, Marlborough, or Z44. These 3 ships will be available for Piñatitas. I've never heard of that word before. I've heard of piñatas, never heard of piñatitas. This birthday special currency, which you can find in various sources throughout the update, including the anniversary gift. Party Around the World, free campaign with 2 ships. Meet the first ever campaign to have a completely free Admiralty backing and a choice between 2 ships. At the end, Japanese Tier 8 Premium Destroyer Minagumo, or Pan-European Tier 8 Premium Battleship, the Nord. Minagumo, 17,400 hit points, maximum speed 35 knots, 640 meter turning circle, rudder shift of 3.6 seconds, has smoke, damage control, engine boost, and a torpedo reload booster. Has 127 millimeter guns in a 3x2 configuration, and it has 10 or it has 8 610 millimeter torpedoes. So there you go. Torpedo range is only 9 kilometers though. Base. That's kind of interesting. Are they fast? 75 knots. Yeah. So these are the Screamer torps. Got it. That makes more sense. So they're actually a little bit longer range for Screamer torps, but they're not quite fully Screamer torps because I think the Screamer torps are usually 80 knots base on the Japanese, but still 75 knots, a little bit shorter range. Should be interesting. Minagumo is a powerful Japanese destroyer armed with strong main battery, 6 guns, and shells with improved penetration, as well as very fast torpedoes that can be launched individually to inflict massive damage. Okay, so now the Japanese have the ability to do British things. Interesting. Combined with torpedo reload booster and fast cooling smoke generator consumables, it's just a British destroyer that's been turned into Japanese? Is that what I'm seeing here? That's what it seems like. Okay. Interesting. But anyway, combined with torpedo reload booster and fast cooling smoke generator, all this makes her a real threat to other destroyers and large ships. The Nord, 63,900 hit points with a 32 knot maximum speed, 840 meter turning circle, 15.4 second base rudder shift, and a 20% torque damage reduction. You've got 380 millimeter guns. You get 8 of them, firing out to 17 kilometers, reloading in 24 seconds. Not bad. 11,600. I mean, it seems pretty much like just any German 15-inch battleship, to be perfectly honest. Secondary base range is not enhanced, though, so you don't get that. So that's the one thing that the Germans didn't give them. But it does have torpedoes, and you get 20 of them. 20 torpedoes. Okay. And they also have 14 kilometers of range. Really? Also, why is this thing given an enhanced secondary targeting consumable if it's only got 5 kilometers of range? A little strange. It does, however, the torps only do 10,700, so they're not the hardest hitting torpedoes you've ever seen, but still. It's a thing. And they get spotted at a pretty decent amount, too, so they get spotted almost 2 kilometers away. Damage control, repair party, enhanced secondary targeting, and sonar. 40 millimeters main gun. I mean, it's a German battleship. It's probably AA is not going to be that great. Let's be honest. Nord is a pan-European... I know it's pan-European, but it's German. Nord is a pan-European battleship armed with accurate, fast reloading main battery guns that fire AP shells with good damage per minute and HE shells with maximum or excellent armor penetration. She also boasts very fast long-range torpedoes. Her other advantages include great concealment and high speed, allowing her to easily avoid enemy fire. She's still slower than an Iowa. To obtain either of these two ships, first open the campaign section and claim the free Admiralty backing. Then complete all 100 milestones within 5 weeks. At the end, you can choose which of the two ships to receive for free. The other ship will be available for doubloons. You'll be able to purchase it from the campaign window or find it in the store after completing the campaign. Below is the full list of campaign rewards. Note that all of them, including those available with the Admiralty backing, are free this time. So again, free Admiralty backing means that as long as you complete the campaign, you get everything that you see here. So without Admiralty backing and with Admiralty backing, you're going to get them all. 81,570 doubloons worth of stuff for free. Not bad. Legendary Birthday 2025. Join various activities during this update to earn Piñatitas, a special currency you can spend on plenty of items, including 2 new ships, Pan-Asian Tier 7 Premium Cruiser Irian and British Tier 5 Premium Cruiser Dido. Anybody else immediately get Freddie Mercury in your head? Papa Dee-Da Day. You know that song? Anyway. I can't remember the actual title of the song, but as soon as I saw Dido, that's the first thing that came to my mind was, God, I can't think. Was it Born to Love You? I think it might be Born to Love You. Anyway. getting distracted. You can also spend Piñatitas on British Tier 5 premium battleship Repulse, Piñata chests, and commander guys of a Legends team member and our community streams veteran Prince Blip, and much more. Among birthday activities are Birthday Mayhem Calendar, rewarding the commander guys of Final Boss, another Legends team member and legend of our community streams. Piñata Havoc Mission, where you can earn plenty of party camos and 2 Piñata chests, and Short Fused Birthday Bureau Project, packed with rewards from some of our best past events. We're publishing an article tomorrow with all of the details about Piñatitas. I've never heard that word before. It's kind of awkward, but I kind of like it. I might have to use that more often. Where and how many of them you can find, what ships and items you can get completely for free, what rewards are available for participating in birthday activities, and more. That's going to be in the article tomorrow. I kind of stopped and changed it, and then it didn't sound right at the end. So yeah, all of that will be in the article for tomorrow. Piñata Party Web Event. You're invited to our new web event, the Piñata Party. Fire rockets at piñatas and receive a gift for each hit, including a super prize after 30 hits on the same piñata. The Piñata chest. You get 3 free rockets daily, and you can purchase additional ones for global XP or credits. We'll reveal more details, including the link to the Piñata Party page, on Monday, together with the web event launch. Interesting. Tech Tree discounts, Wind Roses, and First Wind bonuses. Discounts on Tech Tree ships: 15% off Tier 6 through Tier 8 from August 4th to the 11th. Wind Roses. Enjoy rewards for your first wins of the update playing Tier 4 and higher ships from August 4th through September 8th. For Tier 4, you get 2 times Anniversary Camos. Tier 5, you get 1 Common Crate. Tier 6, you get 2 Rare Battle Boosters. Tier 7, 2 Epic Battle Boosters. And Tier 8, 2 Promotion Orders. Legendary Tier, 100 Piñatitas. First win bonus from August 15th to the 18th. The first win will be improved to ×5. War Tales have returned. War Tales are back in Legends from August 4th to September 8th. Take part in thrilling new tales: The Hunt for Bismarck, Double Strike, and Hailstone. Each tale provides unique scenarios and challenges, as well as extra economic bonuses for ships from a specific nation. All previous tales will also be available, in addition to the new ones. We've also improved various aspects of this battle type, including dynamic skills, UI, economy, and difficulty. Blue Archive is back in Legends. It looks like 3 new commanders and potentially 3 new boats. Unless one of these is a skin and 2 of them are boats. I think that's what happened last time. Could be wrong. The Blue Archive collaboration returns from August 11th to the September 8th. This time it brings 3 new ships. The BA... What the fuck is that? Utnapistims... Utnapsi... Fuck that. You have won this battle, but I will win the war. Utnapistims. That's the best I've got. Deal with it. The BA Bina and the BA Hovercraft. I can say that one. I got Hovercraft right. Along with new commanders Yuka. I wonder if that's Yuka. It might be Yuka. Because some of those where they have like the letters next to them, there's not actually a silent version. It's actually like a long and a short version next to each other. So it might be Yuka. Kind of awkward for me, but I don't get to judge. Maki and Wakamo. Is it Whack-A-Mole? Honestly, you missed out on an opportunity to put Ellie at the end of that and we'd have Whack-A-Mole. I'm sorry, but I would have chose Whack-A-Mole over Wakamo. I'm just saying. Blue Archive content, both new and old, will be available in the store, and Blue Archive 2 containers. 2 Blue Archive 2 containers are free for the taking. One through the codename Blue Archive mission, and another via the Party Around the World campaign. Keep your eyes on the horizon for a dedicated article with more details. The Obon Festival. From August 11th to the 25th, join the traditional Japanese festival honoring the spirits of ancestors. Complete the Ancestors Path mission for Japanese ships to earn 12 times Imperial Japanese Navy camos, 750,000 credits, the Bon Matsuri flag, and a... Okay, when I say Bon Matsuri, it sounds weird. I wonder if that's kind of like a mix of French and Japanese, so it'd be Bon Matsui. I apologize. That was terrible. Anyway, I don't know what I'm talking about. And a coupon granting a 75% discount on the fleet review screen for Agano, Gokase, Omano, and Shimanto. Please check the store for Japanese Tier 8 premium battleship Iwami, available for both Global XP and doubloons, and Japanese Tier 7 premium cruiser Suja at a 40% discount. You'll also find discounted commander progression items and other essential resources. Ranked Battles Season 81 and 82. Prepare for 2 new seasons of Ranked Battles featuring small teams of 3 players. Thank God. Sailing high-tier ships. Each season offers rewards like steel crates, credits, camos, commander progression items, and boosters. Season 81 will be August 19th through the 25th, only Tier 7 ships. Season 82 will be August 26th through September 1st, only Tier 8 ships. Now, it did not say that carriers were not involved in this. I'm assuming that they assume by now that we know that, but normally they put a little line in there that says carriers will not be eligible to play this season or whatever. That's normally at the bottom of this, so I'm a little concerned. But let's just assume that they forgot to put their little normal warning at the bottom. Anyway, fall is coming, discounts await. To celebrate the upcoming fall, we're running a special sale in the store from August 25th through September 8th. You can look forward to up to 35% off a range of ships, including Soviet Tier 7 premium cruiser Kutuzov, Japanese Tier 7 premium destroyer Udachi, and Soviet Tier 7 premium aircraft carrier Chikalev. Oh, God. Do we really need to give that thing, like, we don't need more of them? I know you nerfed it, but you really don't need to give people an incentive to go out and buy that thing. Please. Check out a special chain bundle featuring Japanese Tier 8 premium destroyer Hayate, Italian Tier 6 premium destroyer the FR-25, and U.S. Tier 4 premium battleship Oklahoma, and various in-game resources, all at a big discount. Stock up on insignia and commendations, and get a fall big crate as a gift. New map, Loop. And they literally don't show us anything about it. Why not put the actual map, like the mini map here, so that we can see what the map is? This just gives us like a AI rendering. It don't even look like the actual map. This is like grainy, and there's no way this is what it actually looks like. It might resemble this, but it's definitely stylized, and I'm not sure I agree. Anyway, welcome to the new map for Tier 5 and higher ships, Loop. With 2 clusters of large islands and 3 control points, this map offers an ideal setting for strategic gameplay. I'll be the judge of that. Chart new waters across multiple battle types, standard versus AI, arcade, and ranked. During this update, the Loop map will be assigned to battles more frequently than usual. Of course they are. After that, it will have an equal chance alongside all other maps. So be prepared to get this map nonstop for the next 5 weeks. If you guys remember back in the day when they would do this, and the likelihood that you got the new map was almost guaranteed. Like for literally 5 weeks at a time, you just see the same map over and over again forever. And then they finally are like, yeah, we should probably dial that back a little bit. It's like, no kidding. Weather visual improvements. Oh, here we go. We've made considerable visual improvements to how the scenery looks on certain maps and in specific ports. This includes enhancements to lighting, contrast, water optics, and the overall quality of the visuals. These changes are purely visual in nature and are not intended to affect gameplay. You'll simply enjoy a smoother, more natural-looking environment. For now, weather improvements affect the fjords, Marseille ports, as well as the following maps: Ring, Hotspot, Trap, Sea of Fortune, Warrior's Path, and Northern Waters. Okay. I'll look forward to seeing it. Balance changes to commanders and ships. For this update, we mainly focused on rebalancing commander skills that required adjustments. A few ships have also received buffs. You can find all the details on the upcoming balance changes in the Ministry of Balance article. I'll be doing that right after this. I'm not going to read through the commander skills and the ships and stuff right now, just because we are going... Well, I guess I could just go over it real quick. Commander skills. We've prepared tweaks to various commander skills to make them more balanced. No-fly zone, contact is imminent, crisscross, glass cannon, on alert, cloudy days, twist and track, perceptive, ikvalan, volgmudgy, or midge, volgmudge, fox flare, finally, air support, and evil sparks, and equilibrium of power, and leviathan. Holy crap, that's a lot of skills getting reworked. Ministry of Balance article is going to be crazy. Also, Johann Firstner's base trait, Minister of the Navy, has been nerfed. Interesting. 2 ships have been buffed. U.S. Tier 3 Premium Battleship South Carolina and Soviet Tier 3 Premium Battleship Knyaz Suvorov. Additionally, a few ships have received armor updates, the Normandy, the Lyon, and the Repulse. Permanent camos. We've added the option to craft the standard type permanent camo for a number of ships. Nice. Improvements and bug fixes. All platforms, aircraft carriers now have only one centralized spawn point per team in versus AI and standard battles on these maps. Sea of Fortune, Tears of the Desert, Polar Island, Mountain Range, Shatter, Trident, and Neighbors. This is something they've been doing a lot more of recently. Helps them balance the maps a little bit better, because what was happening was you end up with these games where the carrier spawns on one side and then you end up with a side that only has like 2 ships on it. It's just a mess. So I think they're all going to spawn centralized, as it says, which they've already started on some of the other maps. So good to see more maps joining. New when you fire AA guns with the defensive AA fire consumable active, the barrage will appear more intense and orange in color to demonstrate the increased AA firepower. Why not start showing like tracers and stuff from the AA? Why not show tracers like when the secondaries and stuff, like the secondaries are shown, the main batteries are shown. Why can't the AA be shown too? They do it on PC. It makes it look so much cooler. Anyway, Graf Zeppelin's high-octane fuel trait was replaced with fast aircraft. Anytime they replace a trait in the game, it usually just is a visual thing. It doesn't really actually do anything. It's not an actual change. It's just a different descriptor. Console. The minimap now includes chessboard-like grid coordinates to help you navigate and highlight section of the map to other players. That's not going to help 99% of people because, they don't look at the minimap. But thank you. On PlayStation 5, they have added 4K 60 FPS support. Very nice. On PlayStation 5 Pro, enabled 4K 60 FPS with ray tracing activated. Previously, it was only available without ray tracing. Purchasing through the PlayStation Store now takes fewer interactions. Wait, did they ever introduce 4K 60 FPS with ray tracing on Xbox? Because I'm pretty sure my Series X is 4K 30 FPS with ray tracing active. I could be wrong. But I like the ray tracing. I like the graphics setting instead of the performance. I don't feel like the game really needs 60 FPS, but hey, I'm not going to say no if it's there. Anyway, fix the codex description of detectability by air, which in fact didn't increase when the anti-aircraft guns are firing. Okay. Fixed some battle types incorrectly, displaying as available to fleet division leaders. Mobile. You can now log in with your console account on mobile devices using the Sync with Xbox or Sync with PlayStation button. Your progress will be synchronized across both mobile and console platforms. Note that a mobile account can only be linked to either PlayStation or Xbox at a time. So you can't link a mobile account to PlayStation and Xbox, so it's not really a way to transfer your information from an Xbox to a PlayStation. Unless, now hear me out, what if you unlink the Xbox account after you created the mobile account and synced it with that, and then you created the PlayStation account based on the mobile account? Does that sync? In which case you could potentially swap the stuff over. Somebody's going to have to test that and let me know if that actually works. But I could be wrong. I don't want you to to lose all your stuff, so keep that in mind. Anyway, fixed the enemy commander's name not fitting on a defeat screen. Fixed a bug causing the game to crash when connecting an Xbox gamepad. And celebrate legendary birthday and turn the tide. Alright, let's get to the Ministry of Balance. Last time on Dragon Ball Z, we made challenges, or we made balance changes to plenty of ships, and now it's time to revise some commander skills that definitely need it. No, Sherlock. Check out this new report from the field of rebalancing, which, aside from commander skills, also includes changes to a few ships and some other minor updates. No fly zone. Ship's average AA damage per second is now increased. Nice. I'm not going to go over the numbers. You guys can read that. It gets a little bit crazy, but we'll just do the basic part of it. Contact is imminent. Torpedo speed is now increased. Crisscross. Battleship, cruiser, and gun traverse speed is now increased, so you get faster traverse speed on all of them. Very nice. Glass cannon added a new effect. Destroyer main battery range is increased by up to 6%, depending on level. On alert added a new effect. Damage control party cooldown time is reduced by up to 15%, depending on level. Cloudy days added a new effect. Engine boost duration is increased by up to 10%. Twist and track. Destroyer gun traverse speed is now increased. And perceptive. Torpedo detectability range is no longer increased. Okay, that's not that big a deal. The main thing with perceptive is it reduces the damage you take, plus it also allows you to see the direction of the enemy ship. I think that's what it does. Anyway. Ik, Valon, and Volgamij. Each main battery shell, torpedo, or bomb hit by your cruiser resulting in damage now increases subsequent damage to the same ship. Okay. Fox Flare has been both reduced in power and simplified for more consistent results. Radar duration benefit no longer matches remaining smoke generator time, but will provide a 50% increase in radar duration at any time the radar and smoke generator consumables are simultaneously active. Now, I believe it starts out with a 10% or a 10 second, so if it increases it by 5, that gives us a 5-second nerf to the Fox Flare. Because before, you could essentially have a 30-second radar on a smoke destroyer that is just murdering every destroyer that comes across. That is how that kind of worked, because you would basically wait till the very last second, then hit your smoke, and then it would reset it to 20 seconds, which gave you almost a 30-second sonar or radar. This way, it's only ever going to increase it by 50% total. So I wonder, is it adding 50% to whatever time's left, or is it a flat 50% bonus? So if you have a 10 second, it would add 5 seconds to that. So you'd have a 15 second, or will that buff go down based on how much time is left on your sonar or your radar? That's an interesting thing. I'm going to assume it's just a 50% buff. So you'd go from a 10 to a 15 second. So there's that. Anyway, legendary commander skills, air support, airstrike cooldowns time is now reduced by up to 6%. I really don't think that you need to buff airstrikes. I don't think that's the thing. I could be wrong, but I don't think you need to buff them. I think they're plenty strong enough. God dang. Let's give them their planes back faster. They're so weak. Evil Sparks. Armor penetration of your destroyer HE shells is now increased by 75% instead of 50. Okay. This one scares me. I'm not going to lie. Anybody who remembers what the original EOP, Equilibrium of Power, used to be before they nerfed the fire chance, we're getting back to that. Or not quite all the way, but closer. If you guys don't know what EOP means, Equilibrium of Power increases your HE shells penetration. Okay? So it allows light cruiser guns to pin battleships, essentially. That's its whole purpose. It allows light cruiser guns to pin battleships with HE. And back when it first came out, it was able to do that with no negative. It didn't exist. There was no negative attached to that. It was simply increase the HE penetration. Then that was determined to be stupidly busted by ships like the Cleveland and the Worcester because it just ruins you. It pins you with everything and sets a gajillion fires. So they decided that maybe we should take and cut the fire chance in half. And that stopped a lot of people from using EOP because it's really not worth the trade. You get a little bit of extra damage with the main guns, but you're losing out on that damage over time and relying purely on RNG to save you. And so most people swapped off of EOP for like refill station or fully packed. Well, it's getting back. They've now cut the nerf in half, so now you have less of a reason not to use Equilibrium of Power. Is that going to bring people back? I don't know. Only time will tell. But I remember the misery that was EOP at its full power. It was rough for battleship captains. Leviathan added a new special effect. Incoming damage to your destroyer is reduced by 10%. Commander base traits. Johann Furstner, Ministry of the Navy. Fire damage caused by your cruiser shells and bombs is now increased by up to 5% instead of 7%. So it was a nerf to Johann Furstner's skill. So it reduces the overall fire damage. Ships. South Carolina ship HP increased from 29,000 to 35,000. That's a significant buff for the tier. Holy crap. Main battery firing range increased from 13 to 14.2. Okay. Main battery reload time reduced from 30 to 28. And main battery HE shell damage increased from 41 to 4,500. Main battery HE fire chance increased from 20 to 28. Main battery maximum AP shell damage increased from 8,100 to 8,500. And added the reloader ship trait because it's now reloading faster. Interesting. Yaz Suvorov. Main battery reload time reduced from 36 to 33 seconds. Main battery turret traverse increased from 3.2 to 4 degrees per second. Replaced the Sure Shot and Guns of Plenty ship traits with superior AP damage and ironclad. Again, anytime you see a trait change, it's not actually changing anything to do with the ship. It's just a different descriptor that they use to kind of give people, when they just kind of glance over a ship, an idea of what the ship is better at, right? Normandy, minor armor update. Lyon, also minor update. They get a 125 millimeter ring between the guns and the barbettes. It's pretty minor. Graf Zeppelin replaced the high octane fuel ship trait with fast aircraft. Again, changing trait doesn't really change the ship, just a descriptor. Permanent camos. We've added the option to craft the standard type permanent camos for the following ships: the Edinburgh, the Implacable, the Furious, the Delny, the Tallinn, the Sovietsky Soyuz, the Xianyang, the Fushun, the Yugamo, the Ibuki, the Mogami, the Miyoko, the Z-46, the August von Parseval, the San Louis, the Alsace, the Jutland, the Neptune, the Gorky, the Riga, the Dmitry Donskoy, the Gajamata, Izumo, Ishizuki, Rune, and Frederick de Grossa. That is a lot of ships getting an option to craft your permanent camo. So that's pretty cool. So I like that. All of us out there that like the historical camos and stuff, that's what they're talking about. Their standard permo camo. Anyway, aircraft carrier spawn points. Aircraft carriers now have only one centralized spawn point per team in versus AI and standard battles on the maps Sea of Fortune, Tears of the Desert, Polar, Islands, Mountain Range, Shatter, Trident, and Neighbors. And that is the end of today's patch notes in Ministry of Balance. Let me know what you guys are most excited for. Let me know if there's anything that you guys are least excited for. And if you like what I'm doing, punch the like button, leave a comment below, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, and as always, I will see you in the next video.